Hello, welcome to the Adam Val YouTube channel. Look at this. Look at this. Now this is Cadbury's Wispa Gold Salted Caramel Edition. Salted Caramel Edition. I got this in Farm Foods for 2 for £1.25. 2 for £1.25 is a bit of a weird price. Limited edition. Farm Foods, like I said, 2 for £1.25. And I have got a normal Wispa, because we're going to see how much saltier the Wispa Gold is. Size wise, they're the same size bar. They're, if you want to know this much detail, I don't know, 48 gram and 48 grams. They're the same size bar. Now I have to add a little bit of a look at the salt content in this to the salt content in the standard. The standard one, the salt content 0.16 gram. In the salted caramel one, 0.33 grams. So it's a bit over double. You might as well say as good as double the salt content. That's it there, it's salted caramel. If you like this salted caramel. Now I had a bit of an issue with salted caramel before, finding stuff, and I think Val did as well, finding stuff that says salted caramel but you don't taste no salt. But I've started to get a little bit addicted to them Twix, the salted caramel Twix, because why it's not that salty, every say 3 or 4 bites you get a tiny little crunch of salt, and it's quite nice. It's quite nice, that Twix one. And I think when I reviewed that one, I slated it for not having much salt in it, if anything, but there is a tiniest little crunch, not much but a tiny bit. Let's hope that the salted caramel Wispa Gold has a taste of salt. Now with this stand, how I'm going to do this review, I'm going to have a bite of this. Well, I'm going to cut it because I've got some etiquette. I couldn't even say the word, but I am going to cut it. I'm going to have a taste of the standard Wispa Gold. I'm not a massive fan of, to be honest. It's not, I don't hate it, but I don't rave about it. Now I've had this in the fridge and we can see there the Wispa, the caramel. Quite a lot of caramel you get a decent sized chunk. I'm obviously tasting no salt. That's the standard Wispa Gold. Just let's have a bit more. Whilst I don't like it, I didn't say I didn't like it, I'm just not a massive fan. I'd rather choose something else, I think. Let's try the Wispa Gold with salted caramel. Now it's going to look exactly the same. I'm going to crack it, I'm going to cut it. Very similar. Now I should get a saltier taste. That's the problem with these companies that are doing stuff, everything salted caramel. When you have to really think about it and you hardly taste any salt, it's just a marketing ploy, because everyone's dancing up and down, oh, right, that salted caramel one. You ain't even tasting no salt, and if it was too salty, if people were tasting actual salt, they're saying, oh, that salted caramel one a bit salty, I don't like it. It's called salted caramel for a reason. It should have abundance of salt in. I don't think Cadbury's have put enough salt in this. There is a hint of salt. I'm getting a tiniest hint of salt, but there's another bit of it. It's minute. Let's just try to taste this caramel. Now I don't want to put a knife in my mouth because it's going to look dangerous, and we're a family channel, so I'm just going to nib it off there. Let me let it dissolve a bit. Now with salt there should be a tingle in your mouth. Now there is a hint of salt. There is a hint of salt. But it's minute. Absolutely minute. Like I've said, this one, the standard, don't taste the salt, and it's got 0.16 gram of salt in it. This one's got 0.33 gram of salt in it. Postman turning up. No, he's gone straight past. He's gone straight past. Let's have a bite. No. Marketing bullshit, that's what it is. Marketing bullshit. Total bullshit, that is. If you just took a quick bite of that and you weren't paying attention, you're just thinking it's a Wispa Gold. You lot take care. For more disappointing reviews, or reviews where I'm extremely disappointed and I don't really stand for that mass marketing bullshit, subscribe. If you look behind me, I can't move my finger yet to point there. There's some scales, just to add this on to the end of the video, just to show you salted caramel from some of these companies is complete bullshit. I weighed that 1.6, 0.16 gram of salt, which is there. I'm trying not to spill this. You can see it there. This is 0.33. That's the difference. That's the difference. I'll move the camera down so you can see it better. That's the difference. 0.16, 0.33. It's a pinch or a pinch and a half, basically, of salt, and they're calling it salted caramel. I'm going to put them spoons there because the difference is not noticeable. Here we go. Look how much difference is. 0.16, 0.33 gram. That's the difference. That little bit that's fell off, to have transparency, that little bit that fell off should be on there. It fell when I moved it, but that's the difference in salt. So let's do little piles. So that's what you've got in the salted caramel, all that. And this is what you got in the not salted one. Now look at that. There's hardly any different. That's how much salt is in salted caramel. The Wispa. That's how much salt is in the non-salted caramel Wispa. There's hardly any different. 0.16 gram. 0.33. Obviously there is a little bit more here. But what? Yeah, bullshit. If you like salted caramel, and you're one of these people that go, whoa, whoa, salted caramel, I love salted caramel, you probably absolutely love this because you can't taste the salt.